One thing I noticed about myself, I think, thoughts is powerful in all facets. Because even my career, even my life, things end up turning out exactly how I visualized them. Not in this time frame I expected. You always want shit to happen overnight. But I just had clear visions. And your thoughts powerful. That shit come to life if you stick to your script. It's about seeing long term, seeing a vision, understanding that nothing really worthwhile happens overnight. And just sticking to your script long enough to make something real happen.
Now we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for tuning in to Season 5, Episode 4 of the Fresh Air Talk Show. And today, I have Aᴜʀᴏ Knight in the building, CEO, founder of Sisters NSL. How you doing today?
Hey, I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here. I'm very well. How are you doing?
I'm good. I am good. And I know you have a busy schedule, so I'm just so glad that you're here. I have been wanting to ask you so many different questions, and we pass each other on the grid doing different things. Saw you recently at the Viral Voice, which was pretty cool.
Yes.
Both of us was filling in for someone else singing, and we were doing the dances.
Yes.
So that was awesome. Great minds.
Yeah. Yes.
So I wanted to find out from you, basically, let's start with, Sisters NSL. How did that even come about?
So it actually came about from a Facebook status that I had seen. Some ladies had said that they found it difficult to kind of find friends, female friends in SL. And they found it really difficult to kind of meet anyone new and to kind of form that kind of friendship. So I kind of responded and was like, how would everyone feel if I had created a Facebook page where we can just kind of meet up and make friends through that way? And the response was just basically, the response was overwhelming. I was like, oh my gosh. So I started with that, creating the Facebook page, and then I was seeing the amount of requests women joining and how excited everyone was. And I was like, okay, I think it's time to bring it in world. And it kind of just evolved from there. And in world, we have the events team. So we have a team of ladies that kind of arrange events. And these events could be anything from kind of exploring different sims across the grid. We have meditation sessions as well. We have girls talk. Women can just kind of get to know each other and just kind of talk about any subject that kind of comes to their mind, just getting to know each other. We have parties as well. So it's a whole range of events. And that's basically how it started, just from a Facebook status, really, and seeing that there was that need in SL.
And congrats to you for capitalizing on that need. You saw that there was, something out there, someone saying, hey, it would be nice if, and you filled that void. So that's kudos to you for that.
Thank you.
So then did the magazine just spring off of the next thing that came from, the SL traction and then the Facebook traction?
Yeah, exactly. So basically having the group, having the events going, there was quite a few women obviously coming with different ideas. And there was one particular person that came forward and was like, how would you feel about having a magazine? I was like, oh my gosh, that's something I've never ever done before. I don't know how to even start that. So we just kind of built a team, had an editor and writers and photographers. And again, just kind of started from scratch from there and just kind of was like, we know what we want to kind of stand for. We want to be a positive platform where we can help to inspire other people. For me personally, I'm a nosy person. So I like to know exactly what made you start like, you know, how did you get to where you are? What skills did you learn? Was there any difficulties in getting to where you are? And I just kind of wanted to have a magazine that kind of mirrors that. So in the magazine, we touch on various different things that are relatable, not only in SL, but also in RL. That it could be like, you know, it could be any kind of conditions, like mental conditions. It could be any celebrations that's happening in RL that we want to kind of bring into SL and celebrate as well, and discuss around the celebrations and what happens around that. It could be things down to recipes, horoscopes. So we just try and be like a women's lifestyle magazine. And that's how that kind of formed as well. It's basically an idea, and we just kind of built from there and built a team. In that team currently now, I think there's probably about maybe 15 staff members in that team. And that is, again, a mixture of writers, photographers. We have magazine assistant and wonderful magazine editor, Rebella. She has been a godsend to me, to be quite honest, because she like, there's so much that she has to do and bring obviously the content together, and then it kind of goes down to the whole graphical design behind it and the whole layout. It might seem easy to some, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done. On top of that, the proofreading as well, and that is like tedious. There's so much time that goes behind that. And she's able to do that and still hit deadlines. So my hat really goes off to her, and the team of writers and photographers that we have. Everyone works extremely hard to meet those monthly deadlines. And we've had a break for summer because we were just going a bit crazy, like releasing month after month. Mm-hmm. And it's been good as well because we've had this time to kind of sit back and be like, okay, how do you want to kind of go forward with the magazine? Do you want to do it every month, or do you want to kind of do it so like we have some seasonal breaks as well, so everyone can have a moment to kind of sit back and see what kind of articles we want to produce going forward? So that's the type of thing that we're kind of like focusing at the moment, as well as trying to introduce well, because end of the day, so women's magazine, women spend the most in SL, so it's kind of a no-brainer for sponsors to kind of like obviously contribute to having the magazine run as well. So that is something that we're trying to boost as well.
And then congrats again as 2020 Dope Awards Best SL Magazine. I mean,
thank you.
All that hard work is definitely being noticed, right? That's
yeah,
huge.
I was so shocked by that. I've never been to award ceremony before, so that was a huge shock to even be nominated. And we didn't. I had no idea that we would even win. So I went there just thinking, yeah, I'm just gonna go and enjoy the event. And then when we was called, I was like, whoa, I'm not even prepared. I am not even prepared for anything, for any speech or anything. And lag was just attacking me that day. I think I even crashed and came back. And yeah, like, so that was surprising, very surprising, but I'm very grateful for that. And it really did show to us how much hard work is really being paid off, and we're being acknowledged and recognized across the grid. So it was definitely an honor to receive that, and we're just hoping to be able to receive a lot more.
Right.
But yeah, no, it was really an amazing evening. We even celebrated that weekend as well, because we were just like, oh my gosh, this is just amazing. So yeah, it was great.
No, I mean, I actually noticed the impact early on, and that's why in 2019, I presented you with that acknowledgement, that Capital's acknowledgement award, because that was a huge thing that you took on. And at that time, I had knew about it from just Facebook, and just the way you guys had strategically put it together on Facebook, where it wasn't just a Facebook thing. You had the website together. It was the full-on brand. So I saw how sisters in SL was branding themselves early on, and then it just all the other pieces just seemed like a natural fit. The magazine, and then things that you guys may spring off and do other events and different types of things and bring awareness to, like you said, mental or whatnot in the magazine, topics or whatnot that are more than just grid related, because let's face it, at the end of the day, we are real people behind these screens, right?
Exactly.
So we all have different things that we may be going through or are dealing with, that in some cases SL has been used to kind of be that, get us away from RL for some time, or just get us to a better place, so being able to address that in the different medias that you use, I knew that this was going to be huge. So that's why I acknowledged y'all from the beginning when I saw that, and I said, yes, this is going to be good. So definitely keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much. And even back then as well, because 2019, that was probably when obviously we first started.
Mm-hmm.
So even when you approached me about that awards as well, that was a great honor as well for me. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like I didn't even know. I think at that time I didn't even know if it would even last a year, because sometimes things just can be like a buzz and then it dies out.
True.
So for me, that time I think I was probably a bit more nervous, because I was like, okay, I'm just starting off here and I don't know how it's going to pan out afterwards in like 5 months time.
Mm-hmm.
But it was definitely an honor as well to receive to receive acknowledgement from as well. So thank you so much for that as well.
So no, my pleasure. And now here's something that I did not know. But looking into this more, so Sisters in SL actually.
Yes. So this year, gosh, when was the date this year? I can't remember the date now, but it's this year. We actually started off a community sim, a family community. We do actually integrate BU as well, BU furniture. So the homes come kitted out with BU furniture. So residents that come don't necessarily have to buy anything. All they have to do is really rent and kind of move in straight away. And they will have access to all of that furniture. So yeah, we have homes and we have unfurnished skyboxes as well. So that is something new that we have actually introduced, because again, the feedback from some residents was like, do you have a central point where we can just kind of go to and kind of chill and kind of meet up with everyone? And so that was another thing. Okay, that's something else we need to introduce. So that's how that was created. And we have events take place there as well. So even if you're a resident or not, you can still enjoy the events on the sim. We also, as I said, we have the meditation sessions, which I feel is very powerful. There's been times when women have even messaged me saying how they've been in tears because of how powerful those meditation sessions are, and just especially during this time.
Yes.
And the meditations are on voice as well. So it's like I'm even in RL with my incense burning. Mm-hmm. Like that's how I'm able to kind of make it relatable to RL and SL, and kind of taking in that meditation as well. So it is very and like that group is just, the meditation sessions are just growing and growing as well. So it is like, I just love helping people, and I love receiving messages from members saying how much it has helped them, even if it's just to give them something to do. There's some people as well who are in relationships and they don't want to kind of necessarily be around environments where there's other men, or their partners might feel any sort of way because their partners are in those kind of sims. Whereas with us, it's like you're hanging out with your girls,
right?
So do you know what I mean? So your partner will have nothing to worry about. But yeah, so having that central base of Blossom Meadows has been amazing. And there's been quite a few times when we've been full occupancy with the rentals. I think a few come free this week, but majority of the time we're quite full. So yeah, that is going well as well.
Well, so I mean, when do you have time for you? I mean, between magazine, award shows, community. I mean, what do you like to do? You know, when you do have a moment to just be on the grid, maybe you don't have anything going on for that particular day. What do you like?
That is a good question too, Carnis, because I love working. Even in RL, everyone who knows me in RL knows that I'm a workaholic. But in SL, I do let my hair down. I love clubbing. I love going to clubs. I love shopping like every other woman does. I love exploring. There is one thing that I used to always do, which I need to start doing again, is there was this RP travel group, and you can actually like role play and actually go into a flight, and there's a pilot, a flight attendant, and they kind of fly from one sim to the other. It's called SL Travelers or something like that. And you can fly from, and so that's what I used to do a lot as well. But yeah, so that's what I kind of do: shopping, clubbing.
Okay.
I love work. I'm always moving and changing my personal home as well, and like landscaping. I'm not a professional, but I love doing what I do. That's right. And I like taking pictures as well now and again. So yeah, but I have to admit, majority of the time I am very busy. And I have had people say to me like, when do you have a moment? I'm like, So yeah, it has been a bit difficult to kind of switch it off, but I'm trying to have more time for me. I'm trying.
But that's good. As long as you can make that connection or that balance, however way it works, then that way you can always not burn yourself on two ends of the candle, right? So
yeah, it's true. Because at the end of the day, you're working in RL and then coming here, and then SL can be a job as well. So yeah, you do need that balance. Yep. I'm working on it.
It takes time, but yeah, you get it, definitely. But the thing about it too, and I can tell just from the way that you express that the work is not really work. You know, it's fun. It's that immediate,
yes, I enjoy it.
Response that you get when you know you're doing something, creating a platform for others, right? That really appreciate it. That's when it's huge. You know, so like you said, having a community that's not just about your tears is due and you haven't paid them, but just the fact that hey, here's a community that's a community. You want some girls to hang with. You want maybe you have some people that feel that they can be more in touch with you about different things because they're around their sisterhood, right? So that makes it a whole better response or a better, situation of a community. It makes it even more of a more tight-knit community, I would think, because you're providing something that's more than just the prim home, right? Or just you're giving more to it. So that's awesome.
Exactly.
So, and I do have to say, she didn't just say she just goes to the club. I've actually witnessed her TP into one of my sets. So that was kind of shocking. I was like, what? Aren't you supposed to be working, doing some other stuff? No, but she came in and let her hair down and hung out with us. That was cool. So I can be a witness to that.
I still need to come to your roller skating event.
Oh, yes.
I still need to come over to that because I do like roller skating, so
cool.
It'd be quite fun to do that as well.
Awesome.
It's just the timing because I'm in UK. I think your event starts quite late for me.
Right.
I'm sleeping at that time, so maybe when I have a late night, I'll try and come over.
Definitely. Or it's 24/7, so even if you just get on the skates and just get on there and skate around, it's cool. So, but one last question, because I know you're busy. So let me just ask you this one question. Any shout outs that you want to give to anyone that's maybe watching right now?
So definitely shout out to Rebella, who is basically anything that I need or any idea that for the group that she has, like she's been able to pour it into the group, and I'm just so grateful for her. For Gara as well, Gara Beck, who has been there from the beginning and has stuck through it with me, ups and downs and everything. So the whole team, to be honest, the whole team behind Sisters in SL, everyone plays a part. It's a huge team. There's no one doing it by themselves. Like it is real teamwork. So all the ladies that are working in all the different departments, all the different areas, events team, the magazine team, helping me to build a community, the landscapers behind that. So everyone plays a huge part. I'm just so grateful to them and to the members as well, because without them, we wouldn't even have this group. So it really is the members as well who make the group, and the readers. So there's so many I could just thank. So yeah, just thank you to everyone for helping this platform be here and to still be here. And I hope that we can create more positive energy and more events that can help women across the grid.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you for being here. Anytime you can fit us in your schedule, please let me know. And for the viewers, again, that's sistersnsl.com. Get all the information and, be a part of it. With that,
thank you. Thank you to me. Thank you to you as well for having me here.
Oh, my